Welcome to using the STARS site to apply for STARS and to submit for a star rating. As you progress through these videos, feel free to stop, pause, fast forward, and/or rewind the video as you need. These videos are designed to assist you in using the STARS site and can be taken at any time and at your own pace. Let's start out with a quick review. As you know, STARS is a quality rating improvement system that aligns quality indicators with support and incentives for early childhood programs and early childhood professionals. STARS is a continuous quality improvement model in which the quality of the overall program is continually being evaluated for quality improvement. The program was developed to raise the quality of childcare in Montana, increase the number of children in high-quality childcare settings, and enhance workforce development. STARS is a voluntary program. There are 5 STAR levels in Montana's Quality Rating Improvement System. Criteria at each STAR level builds upon the previous levels. A program must demonstrate that they are meeting all criteria at any given STAR level to achieve and maintain that level. As a program moves up a STAR level, they must maintain all the criteria at previous levels. Incentives and supports are embedded at each STAR level, and applying for and receiving a rating for STARS is done through the STARS site. There is a button on the STARS site pages to click for help. Any STARS questions must be submitted via this button. You will want to choose the STARS category from the drop-down list. A STARS administrator will receive your question and be able to get back to you in a timely manner. Now that we have reviewed the STARS program, let's discuss what it means to work within the STARS site. The process around applying for and submitting for a star rating has been changed and will now be completed in the STARS site by each program. Coaches will be available to assist programs with this process. The STARS site is user-friendly and will provide accurate tracking and reporting. These videos will be focused on 2 processes: applying for STARS, which means applying to participate in the program, and submitting for a star rating, which would be applying for a star level. Both of these processes will be done within the STARS site. From this list, you can tell that the main difference that you will encounter in the 2 processes is whether or not you will be working with a STARS checklist. Before we get started, I would like to point out a few things. There are some numbers that you will want to keep track of that will help you when navigating through the system. There are 4 numbers that you will be working with. 2 of the numbers are related to your organization and program, and 2 of the numbers are related to an individual. The PV number is your provider number that is assigned by state child care licensing. The organization ID number is assigned by ECP once you enroll your organization in the system. Your PS number is similar to the PV number. However, it is a person number for an individual, which is also assigned by licensing. The individual ID is much like the organization ID, where it is assigned by ECP once the individual is enrolled on the system. It may be a good idea to keep these numbers handy. To begin the process, you will want to go to the Montana Early Childhood Project website at www.mtecp.org and select Login. After selecting Login, you will reach a page like the one you are seeing, where you will select Organization and enter your organization ID. The ID number we discussed previously that is assigned by ECP once your organization is enrolled on the system. And your password. If you do not have an organization ID, you will indicate that you don't have an account and register as a direct care or sponsor organization. If you didn't have an organization ID and selected that you didn't have an account and needed to register, the next screen you will see is the one shown now. You will then be taken on a pathway that will get your organization registered. You will enter your primary contact information for your organization: first name, last name, email address, and phone number. You will then answer the question, are you an early childhood school-age program? Click Next. You will then be at the Organization Identification page, which houses questions that you will answer based on your program specifications. The first question that you will come upon pertains to licensing and asks for your PV number, as previously discussed. You will need to answer all questions on this page. If you miss one and try to move forward with registration, you will be alerted to this and will be unable to move forward. Click Next once all questions are answered. After selecting Next, you will see this page. It is asking you to confirm that based on the PV number that you entered on the last screen, that the system is attaching the correct program. I would also like to point out that as you progress through the registration of your program, that the bar at the top of the screen shows your progress. Once you confirm this information, select Next. Now you will indicate if your organization is a training sponsor organization and whether or not it holds any accreditations. Once completed, click Next. We are now at the enrollment page. This page will gather information about the number of classrooms within your program and the ages of children within those classrooms. There is also a definition of high needs and a space to indicate how many high needs children are in the classroom. You will not be able to leave any of the spaces blank, but instead indicate 0 if your program does not serve the ages indicated. Select Next once completed. The last page prior to submission is your organization's address. You will notice most of this information is already populated onto the screen based on information pulled from licensing when you entered your PV number. Make changes if needed. But remember, if changes are made, you will also need to report this to licensing. On this page, you will have the option to subscribe or unsubscribe from ECP sending periodic communications. If you have not entered all required information, you will receive a red error message like the one shown. This will let you know what you still need to complete on the current screen prior to submission. In this example, the phone number was not entered. Once you hit Submit, you will receive a message thanking you for registering your organization. You'll receive an email within 5 days that will contain your login information, your organization ID, and password. Please keep in mind that you will be able to change these answers at a later time if something regarding your program changes. Now that this information is completed, it will populate into STAR's site, and you will be able to see it when you log in with your organization ID. If you had an organization ID and password, you will be directed to this page. Please note that if your program is a training sponsor, this page may look a little different. You should see your organization name above Organization Profile. You will also see a number of tabs along the top. Real quick, if you forgot your ID or password in order to log in, you will select the link Forgot User ID or Password from the Login page and you will see this page appear. Once you have entered the requested information, you will receive an email with your ID and password sent to you by the system. Please note that when you initially register your program, your password will be assigned to you by the system and will be sent to you by email. If you would like to change your password, you will have the ability to do this on the Org Details tab, shown in a later video. Your password for the database will not expire, and the password specifications include at least 6 characters. As you are in the STARS site, you will notice a green question mark. If you select this question mark, help text will be provided based on the section you select your green question mark from. You will periodically be receiving emails sent from the system for situations such as confirmation, reminder, and/or notification. Also, whenever you see an asterisk, you will know that information needs to be entered and it is a required field. Last but not least, all information or changes that you enter into the system will also need to be reported to licensing. In the next few videos, you will see a breakdown of the 7 tabs within the STARS site: the status, org details, program info, classrooms, STARS, employees, and the reports tab. Both the program info tab and the STARS tab will also have subtabs. Once in the STARS site, you will notice that the tabs darken when selected and the subtabs lighten when selected. You will also review videos on the start-to-finish process of applying to participate in the STARS program and the process for submitting for a STAR rating. Let's get started.